Hello, my name is Kelsey Kaufman, and this is my reading log. The book I chose was Frindle by Andrew Clements. Basically, this book is about a young boy, Nick, who's in elementary school. He's not really the smartest kid and not the best kid, but he's also not a troublemaker per se. When he goes to fourth grade, he gets the hard teacher, and one of the things that he likes to do is cause distraction by asking questions. So he starts asking her questions, and basically he gets told to go do a paper about one of the questions he asked. The question he asked was, I'm sorry. The question he asked was where words come from. And she said, why don't you go do a report on it? So he goes home, he researches, he doesn't really find it. So the next day he goes to class and he does his oral presentation and basically still argues, how do things get words? Like, why is this called this and everything? And Miss Granger, his teacher, says, we create them in the meaning. So, if everyone changes words, the world would change too, because there'd be different words for the same objects. So he kind of thinks about that, and one day him and his friend are sitting on the curb, and she drops a pin. So he goes and picks it up and says, "Oh, here's your Frindle." And she doesn't ask anything about it, and he doesn't explain. Well, the next day he goes into the store and goes to the guy there and says, "I need to buy a Frindle," and doesn't explain it. And the guy is questioning it. He doesn't know what it is. So a couple days after that, he gets his other friends to go in, and they all call it Frindles too, and they never explain it. Well, and then one day his friend Janet goes in and asks for a Frindle, and they don't even question anymore. They know exactly what she's talking about. So basically this thing keeps going on. Miss Granger gets upset, so says anybody who uses the word going to detention. Well, the whole school basically goes to detention. So, everyone's mad. This gets media attention. A reporter comes and is looking to talk to Nick and everybody. Nick doesn't want to be known, so he stays quiet when she asks where Nick is. Then Miss Granger anonymously sends to the reporter a picture of their class picture with Nick's face circled. She posts a lengthy article about it with the picture, which just causes more buzz about the word. Local businesses starts putting the word Frindle on pins and other stuff. And then another reporter, a TV reporter, comes and interviews Miss Granger and Nick, and they're still fighting against each other. She doesn't want to use the word, but he does. Well, this gets 20 million views when it airs the next day. So there's tons of more buzz from everywhere. So Bud Lawrence starts selling even more. The local businessman starts selling more with the word Frindle on it. And this lawyer points out to him that, hey, Nick should be getting some of that money. So they set up a secret trust fund for him for when he turns 21 years old. After this, the hype dies down. Everyone still uses the word, but it's just kind of like a normal word. He kind of turns to an introvert, isn't really wanting to share his ideas anymore or anything. And then I goes ask Miss Granger, what about the letter you wrote me that you wouldn't give to me until the word has ended? Well, she said, oh, it's still not over. Well, 10 years later, he turns 21. He finds out about his trust fund. And then he also receives a package from Miss Granger with a brand new dictionary and a note. The note says that in the dictionary, turn to this page. Well, Frindle is now a word in the dictionary. And it also credits him for making up that word. He also gets the envelope he signed back when he was still in 5th grade, and it basically says the reason why Miss Granger was so against the word was because she knew that someone needed to be against it to help him, to help it succeed. And then after that, a month later, Miss Granger receives a package that shows that Nick set up a trust fund in her name to provide scholarships. And she also receives a gold fountain pen that's engraved saying, "This object belongs to Miss Lorelei Granger. She may call it any name she chooses." So that's basically a quick summary of the book. It's a super long book, so it takes me a little while. I think this book it's a great thing because it shows how one thought, one idea can change into something so crazy. Just because someone challenged one thought, this one little thought of how words came, it changed into something huge. I think this is very important for children because it shows the power of one simple thought. One simple thought can change so many things. It can have such a positive impact on their life or anyone else's life. So it kind of shows them that, don't be afraid to tell them your thoughts or your ideas. It can always mean something, and you should always share that idea. I have 2 different strategies or activities. One of them would be to obviously pick an object, and I want them to rename it, Try to be creative and out of the box and rename it and tell me why they chose that object to rename and why they chose that name. Or I would have the kids write down and explain an idea or thought that they had, and maybe if they've been too shy to tell or shy to explain. So that is my reading log. Thanks for watching.